Hello, my name is Justin Ng, Manager for the Portable Equipment Department at Innerspec Technologies. We received a lot of questions and requests during and after our virtual trade show on NDT Corrosion. So we decided to make a series of videos that will answer these questions, as well as show you more details on the NDT-WEB software that we used, as well as the techniques that we use, including both medium range UT shear horizontal, as well as the long range UT. So let's first take a look at the questions. The first question that we received was on EMET corrosion inspection inside oil and gas pipelines. So please contact us at sales@innerspec.com and we will provide you with more details on the pigging solution that we have with our partner. The second question is on PowerBox H, whether or not we still sell them. Yes, we do sell our PowerBox H together with VOLTA, our new generation portable equipment. We also sell the simplified version of PowerBox H, which is the PowerBox H NB. The PowerBox H NB only provides a solution for using normal beam waves, such as thickness measurement, as well as simple flaw detection. The second question is on whether or not the user can see concrete interface when inspecting buried pipes inside concrete. The answer is yes. The concrete does attenuate and provide more background noise. However, if the buried pipe, during inspection of the buried pipe, if there are defects, typically the defects will have a larger noise compared to the background noise created by the concrete. So the third question is on the magnetostrictive strip and how we are supposed to adhere it. Innerspec provides two solutions inside their kit. The first one is on using double-sided tape, as we have used here. We can also use epoxy. So these techniques are non-evasive and it can be removed after the inspection or placed permanently. Of course, if you placed it permanently, you would need to have a coat of paint, for example, to prevent the ferrous cobalt strip from rusting. The third question, is it possible to introduce delay on the scan to remove the main bang? And yes, our software does provide that solution. The next question is on the maximum coating thickness. The maximum coating thickness depends on the technique that we use. For medium range UT lamp, we can go up to 3 mm in thickness, and for medium range UT SH, we can go up to 1 mm in thickness of the coating. And finally, our last question was on more virtual trade shows, because it seems to be pretty popular with our viewers and with our customers. Yes, please stay tuned on our LinkedIn and you'll be able to know more details on future trade shows. Our next segment is on NDT-WEB software, which is the web-based software used by VOLTA, our new generation 2-channel portable instrument. NDT-WEB is a shared platform between Innerspec's custom factory integrated solution as well as its portable instruments. Now let's take a look at the NDT-WEB software used by VOLTA. So as you can see here, VOLTA has general applications for pipes and tubes, as well as applications for plates and tanks. Within the general applications, the user can use application for angled beam, for normal beam flaw detection or thickness measurement, can also be used for surface or a specific application for thickness, as well as volumetric inspection. For plates and tanks, it's basically using the medium range UT technique. And finally, for pipes and tubes, you have the long range UT as well as the medium range UT. So now let's take a look at the medium range UT. What we have here below is known as the navigation wizard. The navigation wizard actually guides the user through its project, as we can see here. The components, including the component map, the tool that is used, which for us is the medium range UT lamp using the pitch catch mode, the test location, the test scan. The test scan is basically a frequency sweep, and for a medium range UT lamp it's particularly useful, as we can see here. For at a different frequency, the wave modes actually change for that particular coil and tuning module that we use. And finally, in the scan mode. So within the scan mode itself, on the left panel, you have the NDT panel. NDT panel is where all NDT parameters such as voltage, range, the PRF, clock, the frequency, the gain, any digital filtering is located. You can even use different kinds of magnets, whether it's permanent magnet or pulse electromagnet. The top part is what we call the environmental panel, anything associated to the environment of the technique itself, such as for the medium range UT, you can change the encoder, whether it's free running or in encoder mode. The next panel is known as the system panel. This is where the user can change the measurement system, whether it's in metric or imperial. The user can also improve the rendering of the scan. Can also change the signal conditioning, whether or not it's using the internal signal conditioning from the VOLTA or using an external signal conditioning. The user can also save, import, setup files as well as projects. And in the middle portion is where the scans are. So the scans, this portion here is known as the custom view. Within the custom view, you can basically set your, for strip chart, you can basically set the axis and the gates that you want to look at. And for A scans, you can change the settings of your gates. We don't want any envelope, no thickness measurement because we are looking at MRET lamp. And for the gates, we want to have a threshold alarm on, so it's enabled. And if we want to save the A scan corresponding to the strip chart, we can click all for storage of all raw data. Let's run the scan. As you can see here, this is the main band. This is the short path between the transmitter of the sensor and the receiver of the sensor in pitch catch mode or through transmission. And you have the long path, which is on the longer path of the sensor between the transmitter and the receiver. So as we run the sensor to the section where there's simulated corrosion on the longer path, you can see that the signal is attenuated. And there's 2. So what we need to do is to gate the longer path. And to gate the longer path is just as simple as dragging the line on the software. Let's look at the strip chart. And this is how it will look like on a strip chart. What's nice about the NDT-WEB software, strip chart allows the user to actually look at the corresponding A scan on each section of the strip chart itself. So on a very nice section, you can see that the longer path is, the signal is there. And on the section with corrosion, the long path is attenuated. So there you go. Let's now take a look at the ITOP System Manager, which is another software used by VOLTA. Now let's take a look at the ITOP System Manager. As you can see here, it's just another web browser, and the ITOP System Manager allows the user to look at the part number and the serial number of their VOLTA itself. It also provides a system diagnostic, including the CPU usage, the operating temperature of the VOLTA unit, as well as the RAM usage. It also allows the user to look at the available space within VOLTA, as well as provide a complete bulk import and export of the data within the VOLTA itself. ITOP System Manager also allows the user to provide its own settings, such as setting its own password for the VOLTA Wi-Fi. Also allows the user to add more users and provide any administrative right to the user that accesses this VOLTA. And when the VOLTA is connected to the internet, there will be another tab that will appear, and that will allow the user to update the software. I hope you find this information useful. Be sure to check out more videos from this series, and if you have any questions, feel free to email us at sales@innerspec.com. See you next time.